All right, good morning, class. If you will pick out your small little slip of paper and answer those questions, we'll take like 30 seconds to a minute to fill those out. First question is, what is your favorite instrument? And the second one is, if you could learn to play an instrument, what would you choose and why? And once you're finished, raise your hand so I know that you are finished. And then we are going to share as a class what instruments we like and would love to play. So when you're finished, raise your hand. What's your favorite instrument? Drums, okay.
Violin.
Violin, all right.
Saxophone.
Okay.
Ooh, clarinet.
Fiddle.
Piano.
Okay, piano, very nice, very nice. Yes, ma'am. Saxophone, okay, okay. If you had to learn to play an instrument, what would you choose? Would it be the same one that you liked? Wouldn't be, so what would you choose?
Guitar.
Guitar, okay.
The French one.
French one, okay.
Piano.
Piano, so it would be the same.
Cello.
Okay. So now we're talking about instruments, of course, and as you can see, we're going to be talking about the brass instruments, and we're going to know the difference between 4 different brass instruments in the brass family. So first off is the trumpet. All right, if you see here, it is played by 3 valves, or 3 buttons that you push with your 3 fingers, and you blow air into it to create the sound. So when you hear a trumpet, it's usually the higher of the brass instruments, like the higher pitch. So when I say trumpet or you hear a trumpet, we're all together going to do body movements. So when you hear trumpet, you're going to act like you're playing a trumpet. Make sure it's high so you can remember that it's a high sounding instrument. So if I say trumpet, what do you guys do? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're going to listen to how a trumpet's going to sound now. What do you hear right now? What do you hear right now? Oh, there you go. So the next one is the French horn. Now this is kind of a combination of a low and high instrument, because the French horn, it can be triggered to play a high sound or a low sound. And when you hear the French horn, usually think of smooth music. Like it's just a smooth sounding tone. And if you hear in Star Wars or Back to the Future or anything like that, they have a prominent French horn part that you can just always hear. So when we hear a French horn, we're going to be smooth and we're going to say, oui, oui. So let's all do that together. Here we go. Oui, oui. There we go. So this is the same as the trumpet that you play with 3 fingers, and but you have the trigger that changes it. So let's listen to an example of a French horn. Oui, oui. Oui, oui. Okay, so the next one is the trombone. Now, if you look at this picture, do you see any sort of valves or any buttons on it? No, I don't either. So we're just going to open this up to the class. How do you think a trombone is played? Yes, ma'am?
Yeah, you bring it up and down the slide.
Okay, very nice, very nice. So it's the same as brass instruments where you still have to blow into it to produce the air, but instead of pushing buttons, you have to slide in and out. So when we see trombone or hear a trombone, what are we going to do you think? Slide, slide. Okay, so trumpet. Trombone.
Oui, oui.
Oh.
All right, French horn. All right, so here's an example of a trombone. So watch him slide his hand. And depending on the pitch, your hand could be going a million miles an hour. Right? It's pretty intense. All right, so the last instrument that we're going to talk about is the tuba. Now, if you notice right here, I don't know if you can see them well, but there's more than 3 buttons. There's 4 of them. So you're going to use the 4 fingers. And the tuba is the lowest sounding instrument. It's very low. So we have the trumpet, which is the high. We have the French horn, that's smooth, and in the middle is average. The trombone is actually a lower pitched instrument, but this is very low. So when we see the tuba, we're going to it's a big instrument, so we're going to go like this, and we're going to say tuba in the lowest voice possible. So let's do that together. Tuba, tuba. There we go. All right. What's the trumpet? All right. Very good. Very good. All right. See how big it is? That's why it's tuba. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get into groups. You guys over here, you guys right here, and then you guys. And we are going to do a listening example, and each of the different groups, go ahead and get with each other and turn to each other. There are 4 instruments that we've discussed right here, and I'm going to play you a listening example, and you are going to choose as a group which one is being played, and then you will lift it up. Alright, so make sure you're looking at your partners. Don't look at the board because it might give away the answer. So do not look at the board. Here is the first one. So find a picture that you think it associates with. Okay? Okay, so what is this? Trumpet. There we go, okay. Okay, so the next one, don't look at the board. Bunch of cheaters. Here we go. Okay. Very nice. So what is this? This is a different type of genre. It's jazz trombone, which you don't hear very much of. Okay, next one. We. All right, now the last one. There we go. Okay, so now, that very good, very good. Now you have a worksheet on your desk. So what you're going to do is you're going to write with the best spelling possible what each instrument it is and what type of tone quality it has. Is it smooth? Is it high? Is it low? Is it nasty sounding? What is it? Trumpet. Ah, there we go. There we go. All right, so when you finish with that, raise your hand. Very nice. Okay, so I'm going to go, let's see, trumpet. Okay, and where is that tone quality wise?
High.
The highest instrument. Okay, what is the very lowest? Raise your hand, please. Back there.
Tuba.
The what?
Tuba.
The what?
Excuse me.
The
Tuba.
There we go. Okay, what about smooth? Smooth instruments. Smooth instruments. Yes.
The French one.
Right. Oui is right. Okay, and then the last one, it can be played jazzy, and it has very wide repertoire of what it can do, but it doesn't have buttons. So what instrument are we talking about? Doesn't have buttons.
Trombone.
Trombone. Okay, very nice. So next week, we'll be talking about the woodwind family. And we will discuss those, and we'll learn different body movements to those as well. So, French horn. All right, tuba, one more time. Tuba. And then trombone. There we go. Thank you guys, appreciate it.